Good morning, you guys. Welcome to Algae Ranch. My name is Charlotte, and today we are doing some much needed cleanup in the garden. It has been a little bit neglected recently, but I have been definitely eager to just get in here, clean up some weeds, take out some plants that we don't need in there anymore. Paulo wants to say good morning. And just get it looking nice again. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'll show you guys a little bit of what we're working with. It looks crazy in here. So we got this bed, which this is catnip, and it's starting to kind of take over. So I'm gonna harvest some of that anyways and just dry it out. We got this one that is going absolutely crazy. The main thing that's in here is the watermelons. It's looking a little rough. Oh man. And then over here is where we planted those beets. So this had cucumbers on it and we replaced it with beets. So those are growing. These were our strawberries that were kind of a fail this year. And tomatoes, which I can't believe it, but these are actually starting to turn red, which I am extremely excited about. I saw them starting to turn red recently, and I've just been really eager to get in here and get those because honestly, we really didn't think we were going to get any tomatoes just because the plant started to look a little bit rough towards the end. The leaves were great for so long, but then they just never really turned red until recently, and now the leaves look terrible. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. And one thing I need to do first is pin up that cucumber plant that fell over, which I've just been using twine to literally tie it to that trellis so that it's more supported, and the plant is a little bit stronger, and honestly that's been working pretty well. You want to get on here? No? Okay. Got a little pocket knife so we can cut the string. We have already had such a productive morning today, which is always one of the best feelings. I made Jay's lunch, almost burnt it, but we didn't. And I had to get up way earlier than normal because I actually had to bake the bread first thing in the morning. So that was fun. Like I said, literally just use twine. Spider web. Literally just use twine to lift all these up like this. That way they're just more supported. I don't know what exactly happened here. It's already split right there where it folded over, so I'm not really sure how great that's gonna do, but it's okay. Look at these. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting, honestly. I mean, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get some of these. I did see somewhere that first blush, you can pick these, and it kind of helps with not letting them go bad. I did not get myself anything to put these in, so I'm gonna do that. And then you let it ripen inside off the vine. It'll still ripen not on the vine, and then it's less prone for disease and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that. Say good morning, everybody. Say good morning. Hello, everybody. All right, I just got this little bowl, so I'll put these in there. Normally I would just use the strainer, but we used the strainer this morning for Jay's lunch, so can't use that. Is this too early? I feel like that's too early to get. Funny thing is I just used a bunch of these tomatoes that we I just used a bunch of these tomatoes that we got from the grocery store to make Jay's lunch this morning. But I am excited. I mean, obviously we learned a lot this year in our garden. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick these. Is this too early? It's a possibility. Look at this. That's so cool. We learned a lot from this garden, that's for sure. But I am definitely excited for next year's garden where we can like start applying more of what we learned from this garden. Because like I've mentioned before, this is our first garden ever. So we just didn't know a lot. But I think the best way to learn is to just get experience yourself and get better each year. Like, I'm excited though because we have all of these, but we also are getting a lot more on the vine. So as long as the plant can hold up a little bit longer, because I mean, this is what we're working with on the leaves. As long as it can just hold on until these are good and ripe, that would be great. Because these are a lot bigger than the ones that I even just picked. But these look great. When I planted those, it said that they would produce like 200 tomatoes each plant. That's not really what we got. But we got some. We get about 20 of those tomatoes every week so that we can make pasta sauce. So having those in our own garden will just be so nice. Okay, next thing we got here, I want to harvest some of these catnip, which this was just started right here and now it's gone all the way over there. Well, I don't really want that to take over everything in here. And catnip is one of those things like mint that if you let it go, it'll just keep going. And that's not what I want to do with this. The main reason why we had this in the first place was for pest control. Not really sure how much of an impact it really made, to be honest. And so I can dry it and give it to Tucky because he goes crazy for catnip. So that's the main reason why I got it. But if it helps with pest control too, that's another benefit. I'm basically planting more while I'm doing this because all the seeds are going everywhere. Probably should not do that. This is a lot of catnip. It really did end up going crazy. But we grew catnip last year in a pot. Oh, Apollo's freaking out because he can't give me his ball through the fence. To no surprise, Tucky absolutely loved it. I saw somewhere that catnip that you grow and just dry out yourself is like significantly stronger than catnip from like the store. And I absolutely believe that after seeing him with it because he goes insane. So basically I'm just gonna bring all this inside, rinse it, and hang it up to dry. I guess I'm just gonna take this whole thing down at this point. Wasn't really gonna do that, but I don't need any more than this. Okay, fine. Go boy. Oh, sorry, chicken. What you got, Tai-Tai? Did he actually take it from you for once? Normally Zeus takes it from Tai-Tai about every time. Oh, here he comes. Okay, so now the thing that's bothering me the most are the lettuce. The lettuce has been not very good for a while. It just bolted and got really bitter. But but I just let it keep growing to get it to seed. And some of these are just like eyesores, honestly, and I'm not sure how much, like I don't need seeds from every single one of these. So I'm just gonna take them out and leave this one over here that is really tall, and then just get rid of the other ones. So this is what it looks like. This is the bottom, and then it goes all the way up here. So that's what I mean kind of by an eyesore, like this is all I see. But these flowers are kind of cute. So, I don't know, there's pros and cons. Once I get some more of this stuff out, I got a weed whack in here. This is my lavender. I tried lavender in a pot last year too, and it just, well, I tried it from seed, and from the seed it didn't do very well, but I got a already started one after that, and so I had lavender throughout the season, and I loved it for like no really other reason besides it smelled good, which that's actually why I started with the lavender candles. So I make candles, and I was like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. This plant smells so good. I just want everybody to be able to smell this. That is literally what started it. So that's why I started with lavender, which they just smell so good. I'm just getting weeds out right now. But I am also working on another scent for my candles as well. That was the first one. That's the only scent that we have so far. But it is really fun to kind of experiment and come up with new scents too. All of these over here, I started from seed, which was really exciting for me. This was chamomile, which just never really got any bigger than this. It was growing so fast for a while, and then it just kind of stopped. So I don't know if that has to do with the weather or if it was something that I didn't do or did wrong. So if you know, or if that's just what happens the first year, let me know. We got some oregano, which actually looks like some chamomile is in there too, which is kind of funny. When I started the seeds, there is definitely a possibility that there were multiple seeds in one little container, and that's probably why it was like that, because if like a seed didn't grow right away, I'd replace it with another one, which you probably shouldn't do. But I did that. So that's why there's some chamomile there probably. I really want to get a lot of lavender just for fun. Okay, that one looks way better. That was not the worst bed. Okay. Now I want to start with these watermelons. And here's the thing with the watermelons. The plants got massive, but none of the watermelons got ripe enough to harvest. So we had this like massive plant that was way bigger than I was originally imagining it would be. And so we had to rework it. That's how it got absolutely insane in here with the watermelon. I tried to trellis it, and then I just ended up putting it's a shower curtain down on the ground so that they could just grow onto that tarp. But I'm not sure if that was really the best move, but I just didn't want the grass to grow up into them either. So I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So you can kind of see in there, like that's what their watermelons are looking like. They're getting big. They're just not getting ripe yet. So I don't know if there's really much hope for these, or if I just got to keep waiting or what. But I did pick one thinking that it was ripe, and we cut into it and it was just white on the inside, so it was not good at all. Should I pick this one? I saw that you're supposed to wait until the stem is starting to turn brown and the bottom is yellow. And that's kind of like what this one is looking like. So there's potential that this one is ready. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'll cut into it today. We'll see. I didn't really know, if I'm being completely honest, that watermelon plants produce quite as many watermelons as it has in here. So I'm kind of blown away by it in that way. Like, I didn't really realize they were vine plants like that. None of the rest look like they're ready, but honestly, there's so many, like the grass is getting so tall right there that I might just want to weed whack before I really get in here and do much else with this bed, because it's just looking crazy in here. Let me just get this lettuce out really quickly, and then I think that will just help me see exactly what is going on with this plant. I think I can just go ahead and take this watermelon out on this side because it looks like that. But then over there, I'll leave those for now and kind of see what happens. But that way we can clean it up a little bit and and know what we're working with. Holy smokes. Okay, well, I think all the watermelons might have to go now. That just took out so much. Look how big that one plant was. This is what I'm talking about, where I did not realize how big that these would get. And I just took that out. I thought it would be like one little strip, and it seemed like it was like the whole thing, which it is a possibility that all the vines just got connected and they were all just literally attached to each other. And it did disconnect this watermelon from the vine. So I guess we're picking that watermelon too, which there's no way that one is ripe. I don't think. No big deal. Next year, if I want to grow watermelons again, got some more weeds, I'll at least have a better idea of one, what to expect, and two, really what to research, because watermelons I just kind of threw in here, which also lesson learned. Threw in here, didn't have a plan for them, didn't really look into what to expect or anything, and now I'm paying for it because they're just taking over everything. Okay. Well, that one might actually still be good. Okay, well, I'll leave that one. I'll go ahead and grab this one. So we got, that's what you're supposed to look for, I think. See how different these look? This has like that mildewy powder on it. This one doesn't. But this one was in the grass, this one was on the tarp. Not sure if the tarp was really the best solution because they would kind of just sit in the water whenever it rained. So I am curious if you guys have ever grown watermelon. How do you do it? Because I obviously don't know what I'm doing. But I think there's sometimes some fun in that. Figuring it out as you go. I'm gonna get this trellis out of here. I was gonna have it go all the way around. Get it. Loves it. I mean, freaking loves it. just nice to get rid of that anyways. It wasn't really looking the way I wanted it to. Oh my gosh, I'll get all these out. I think I'm gonna weed whack this first. Kind of scared to lift this tarp because I feel like there's gonna be a whole bunch of bugs under here. There we go. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually bring the lawnmower in here and get this kind of stuff that's just absolutely crazy, and then we will come back, reconvene, and weed whack. Much better, at least for now. Right now I'm just coming through and getting like these little weeds over here. It's already looking way better. These are carrots. Oh my gosh. You can start to see it. I hadn't seen that yet. Oh wow, look at that. I really need these to not be hanging off though, so I don't step on them or weed whack them when I come through and do that. So these watermelons, I think I'm just going to trim down and kind of tame out a little bit and just leave the ones that actually have watermelons on them and then cut the rest off. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Uh-oh. Well, I accidentally cut the wrong part of that. So we're going to harvest this one by accident. I cut the wrong part of the stem. I hope you understand just how new Jay and I are to literally all of this. Like when we say first generation, we absolutely mean first generation, figuring everything out right now. Okay, well, this was kind of a fail, I guess. Honestly, it's kind of satisfying to me to clean this up anyways, just because of how badly it really needed it. End of the watermelons. Just get it looking nicer in here. This one is absolutely totally not ready. Doesn't have anything. Something scraped it right there. Honestly, probably the lawnmower. But regardless, it does look a lot cleaner in here. And that's kind of the main goal anyways today. Just cleaning it up a little bit in here. So I'm gonna go over this stuff with the lawnmower just to make it look a little nicer. Then we'll go through with the weed whacker. But for now, that is what we're gonna do. I'll come back out a little bit later today and get all that done. I'm gonna hang up this catnip, rinse off these watermelons that I harvested, kind of just accidentally pulled off the stem. But at least we have some beautiful tomatoes. And the garden looks way cleaner, so way better. And then I'll cut that strip. We have that strip in between the main electric fence and then the garden fence. And we kind of left it. Sometimes we've let the cows up here to eat our yard grass, but I don't think they like to go in that little section right there because it's tight in between two fences. So they just didn't get that. So I'll go through and mill that too, and then that will just be looking way nicer. All right, it is later in the day and it is way hotter in the day. I'll tell you that much. But I really just wanted to finish this project up now that I started. So what we're gonna do is finish mowing, finish weed whacking, and I'm going to take down the fence to do that just because it is kind of annoying to work around, and I want to cut that strip in the back. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get to it. Alright, so I got these fences out of the way, and that was honestly such a struggle. I was planning on showing you guys how that looks, but well, I mean, that thing just goes everywhere, and it's honestly kind of difficult to navigate with just one person, and it knocked over my phone. So just take my word for it, it was a pain in the butt. So now that that's down, I'm just going to mow this, and it's going to look amazing. I just know it. So then once we do that, I'm just going to water our plants, and we'll be done cleaning up the garden, and it'll look amazing in here again. All right, I'm hot, I need some water, but we are done. And I am very happy with it. It looks so much better than it did. Honestly, it just looks like a completely different garden in here. And you can see down in the pasture, whenever that strip is cut right there, it just looks so nice. The chickens are enjoying it, which they're not going to be in here for very long. I am going to have to put that net back up. Get out of there. Go, chicken. Go. 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 Get out of there. Go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was a rotten watermelon on the ground, and I ran over it with a lawnmower, so it was like exposed, and the chickens found it. But this gives me hope, just based off that color. They might actually be good. So fingers crossed, we're gonna cut them. All right, now I just gotta clean up, but project is complete, and I'm really freaking happy with it. I'm really glad that we just got that done. That looks so good. Titan. Oh my gosh. Ty, get out of there. Okay, I really hope that was just as satisfying for you as it was for me, but now we are completely done, so that's all we got for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.